Good morning everyone, welcome to another video here on the World of Coasters. Today we're at Drayton Manor and it's first thing in the morning. We've been allowed to check into our hotel really early. So we're at the Drayton Manor Hotel at the moment and we've been upgraded to an executive room. If you want to see a room tour on this room, there should be a video coming very soon. But very impressed so far. It's an absolutely gorgeous day. Just show you out the window, this is our view. Park hours are 10 till 4:30, however the rides don't open until 10:30. So we've just checked in, we're going to go into the park in a minute and get some rides on. Looking forward to today. Obviously the Loopings group have overtaken this park over the past year. Sorry, lighting's really bad. We're going to be looking at the Adventure Cove area of the park, which should be opening this summer apparently. It's the Rapids reopening, all rebranded and rethemed. Looking forward to getting on Apocalypse and Shockwave, and hopefully it'll be lovely and quiet today and we get lots done, so we'll see you down at the park. So we're on the approach to the park now. They seem to have moved their hotel entrance, or the main hotel entrance is closed. It's a bit of a trick, you kind of just come down this slope from the hotel and we're going in over by the Buffalo ride. We've decided first ride of the day's got to be Shockwave. Yeah. Get that one out of the way. We're probably going to do more re-rides. It does look like it's going to be busier than a normal weekday today because the weather is gorgeous. I feel that I'm going to burn. When we booked this trip, it literally said it was going to rain all week. So we didn't bring any sun cream, any hats. Luckily just had sunglasses in the car. So yeah, let's go into the park and get our first ride of the day done. So the time now is just coming up to 10:30, it's literally about 27 minutes past, so the ride's going to be open very shortly. They've done a lot of refurbishment work over in the Adventure Cove area of the park, I think they're calling it now. Obviously Stormforce 10 doesn't have its jet sponsorship anymore, so it's been rebranded just to Stormforce 10. We will definitely be going on that one later as we're staying on site in the hotel. I don't mind walking back to the car, or to the hotel rather, soaking wet. This is one of those parks that definitely is better in the sun, so I'm very glad that there is the weather for it today. Let's head over to Adventure Cove and see what's coming for 2021, see if we can see anything testing. It's the Drayton Manor's policy on mask wearing. There are certain rides you do have to wear a face mask on, but they say them before we get in the queue, as you just saw there. You don't have to wear a mask.
I don't imagine that.
No, there's no point, it will get soaked. But yeah, you don't have to wear a mask around the park like most parks, to be honest. When we came here last year in September, it was a very busy day, and myself and Louise weren't very happy. It
was a bit flat, wasn't it?
We weren't very happy with the COVID measures in the park. Still had a good day, but it should be much better on a quieter day. Obviously last time we were here, G-Force was still standing. Was it still here or were they ripping it out? I can't remember.
I don't think it was. But it was here actually.
It's completely gone now. So this area is under development and they're going to be opening new parts all through 2021. Here's one of the new play areas that's going up. Yeah, and there's foundations going in and everything, so it looks like there might be a ride going here. This is a big circular area with a centre just putting the foundations in by the looks of it. We can also see there are plenty of new signs. It's all been repainted, and the most impressive thing I can see is the whole of Shockwave station's been repainted, and the River Rapids station area has been repainted. Now they've said they're going to be opening the Rapids ride over the summer. There isn't an exact date as of yet, but I imagine myself and Louise will find some time to come out here because this park's quite good. It's not too expensive for a day ticket.
And it's not really hard.
No, it's only Birmingham way, so it's not too far at all. So we'll definitely be back to ride the Rapids when it opens, but just looking at the theming around here, like there is some good impressive theming in there. Obviously the Loopings group, who own Pleasurewood Hills, have overtaken this area, overtaken this park, sorry, and yeah, looking good. Let's get on the queue for Shockwave. So Shockwave, one of the 1994 beasts. Obviously we've been on all of them on this trip now. Been on the big one, Nemesis, and now Shockwave. Last time we came here, I think Shockwave was shut, wasn't it? When we did our mega trip, so we couldn't get all of them done. Anyway, we're going to need a face mask when we enter the ride. Let's get on it. It looks like it's going to be a walk-on. Haven't seen it running yet. Shockwave. So it's 10:33 now. The rides are open. It's eerily quiet. There's no station music, no people whatsoever in this building, so hopefully we'll get a front row on this. We can't film on the rides here, guys. It's a bit of a shame because we've got the GoPro with us. So the Easy to Min stand-up coaster with the B&M track. Come off a first ride of the day, the Shockwave. We got row 6 on that, so quite close to the back. Louise, what did you think? Just having a nose. Quite rough at the back, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It's not too bad, but it is a little bit rough.
I'd probably say the only elements that were rough is the vertical loop is quite brutal on your ears, and the double corkscrew. But I really enjoyed it. I would like to go on it again later. Louise is just having a nose through the construction wall. Is there anything you can see through here? Let's have a look. No, not really. Just getting some paint work and all that done. It looks like it's going to be a good themed.
I love the colours.
Yeah, very bright.
It really reminds me of
Water Fun Factory.
No, similar, but in America with that.
Ripsaw Falls.
Yes, that colour.
Yeah, no, I can see it. And the station here, like, it did need a bit of TLC, and this just really makes it pop, especially on a blue sky day like today. So a ride that I'm mega excited to get on today, and the fact that it's going to be nearly 20 degrees today, Storm Force 10. I love this ride. Like, we've done it a couple of times in the past. It's a super soaker, but it's a really good super soaker. And when the weather's like this, refreshing, yeah. When the weather's like this, you just have to get on it. They've got their extension queue out the front for social distancing.
That's zone right there if you want to queue for.
Well, yeah, it looks like they've kind of kept over this way. That's like the exit, I believe. But yeah, can't wait to get on this one later. We were going to go on the train, which takes you all around the rapids area, see if we can see anything, but sadly it's down at the moment. They'll be opening very shortly.
Probably just testing the track, make sure everything's clear.
We're going to head over towards Apocalypse sort of direction. As far as I'm aware, the Haunting is the only ride closed today due to social distancing. It's quite narrow in the queue lines for that one, so we'll see how it is when we get over there, but hopefully we'll get on everything else today. I want to get Louise on the stand-up flawless side of Apocalypse.
Yeah, that's it.
You've done the sit-down side, and you've done the... Have you done the stand-up with floor? But yeah, it's a good drop tower, and there are apparently rumours flying around that this could be the last season for Apocalypse, which, if that's the case, that's really sad, because it is the best drop tower in the UK. So crowd levels, it's quite low today. I think it was the initial rush we saw this morning. Thomas Land is going to be absolutely mental.
Yeah.
But yeah, hopefully we get on Accelerator today, the Vekoma Boomerang. We didn't get on this last time due to queues. As I was saying earlier though, it looks like they've done a much better job with their social distancing outside of queues. None of this was here last season, so it's good to see. So it's closed today, but the Ice Age 4D cinema has gone and it's been replaced by the Thomas & Friends 4D bubbling boilers. Huh? Yeah, it's closed, it says on the door, due to COVID restrictions. It is sadly closed. I've just remembered.
The Blackpool Tower one, we had to go on that.
Ice cream? They do banging ice cream here. Kelly's ice cream is always good.
What flavours have they got for
It is closed today. Can I get ice cream somewhere? I need Kelly's ice cream. Okay, we can get it from a few other locations. It's good that they're actually saying where you can get it from. So yeah. But yeah, let's hope it's Kelly's ice cream, because we had one of these last time and it was absolutely amazing.
It saved the day.
Yeah, it did really.
Jeez.
So pandemonium here, just very quiet. Like I say, I think everyone's headed up to the other end of the park where Thomas Land is. The Haunting, which I love this is a brilliant madhouse, but it is sadly closed, like I said, due to social distancing. Has a really good story to it, but like I say, it's the narrow corridors when you go into the first scene and the second scene. It's just a corridor, so I can see why it is closed. It is a shame though, as it is a brilliant madhouse. Okay, so at the moment, Louise has agreed to come on Apocalypse, but only the sit-down side.
Come on, do you remember?
I think, didn't you come on? No, you did.
No, I didn't. I was just like, nope.
But yeah, Apocalypse, I think it's about 140 foot, this one. It is a brilliant drop tower made by Intamin. It has 5 sides, I believe, of which a couple are stand-up floorless. You've got a couple stand-ups with floor and then the sit-down. Generally speaking, the sit-down side has the longer queue, but it looks like it's going to be a walk-on. Are you excited to get on this one?
Yeah, later I might do stand-up, but with floor.
Oh, let's hope that they don't have the with floor. I love the stand-up floorless. Let's get on Apocalypse, second ride of the day. So just so you're aware, 1.4 metres for the stand-up and 1.2 for the sit-down, so it's much more family orientated. You need to wear a face mask on this one. And again, no filming on the ride, so we'll see you when we get off. So first ride on Apocalypse of 2021. It was good. Louise even said, what did you say?
I'm going to go on the stand-up one, but not floorless yet.
Oh, I haven't actually seen the floored side run, so wonder if it's just stand-up with no floor. But
you would say that to get me to go on it.
I tell you what, that is a brilliant drop tower. If the rumours are true and that is going somewhere else, then that's a loss for Drayton Manor, because it is brilliant. Anyway, we're going to go on, is it even open? Yeah, it is open, there's an operator in there. So Sheriff Showdown, this one used to be sponsored by Golden Nugget cereal, that came out wrong. Obviously got to wear a face mask on this one, but it's a laser shooty ride one. Should be able to film on this one, so we'll see you on the ride. Who's going to win? Probably Louise, because I won't be taking it seriously. So straight on with no queue. Louise is already trying to kill me, that's nice. It's a good one. This is quite a short little ride, very well themed. Yeah, you've got a bonus and a little screen in front of you. So in here is the test range, so we get our gun out and we pow. My gun doesn't have sounds, but it's doing its job. And there's interaction. So yeah, a great level of theming in here. If you shoot the amber targets, you, as Louise keeps saying, you get a bonus. So there we go, an amber one back there.
You got a bonus!
A great ride on the Sheriff Showdown there. I really love that as a dark ride, shooting ride, mainly because it's really well themed, and when you hit the targets there's interaction. The only gripe is it's a little bit light in there and is a bit short, but they make good use of the building, and I bet it was really good when it was actually sponsored by Golden Nuggets and had all the characters in it. Okay, so we're not going to go on the Drunken Barrels quite yet. We're going to head down into the park and just take a ride as we sit. Do you want to do the Accelerator, Louise?
Later.
Later. Oh.
Oh, well, maybe.
Maybe. It is only a Vekoma Boomerang, a little junior one. We haven't been on it since our first visit here, mainly because obviously the one train operations means it is quite slow operations, but on a day like today, it should be really quiet. So we're in the queue for Accelerator now. For those of you that have been here before will know this used to be Ben 10 themed. So they've done a very good job at re-theming its cars. Obviously when you know it's been Ben 10 you can see all the sci-fi panels and all that. But as it goes, a pretty well themed queue, and on a busy day this can be quite mental, this queue. But I don't think we're going to be waiting long. Probably going to be on the next train going around. I can hear one going up the lift now. So we'll see you when we get off the Accelerator. Ducky. Wow! Ducky bit me! Oh, Accelerator is suffering technical difficulties at the moment. What do you have to say, Ducky?
I think we just went on that.
So we lingered around here in the hope that I could get some shots of this running, but it's actually broken down. They keep testing it, and it keeps coming up the back ramp and stopping. Oh, no.
I'm glad we went on it when we did, because that was the last ride before it broke down.
Yeah, so sadly, I'm not going to get any shots of this running, which is a shame. But we're going to go over to the train now, and hopefully that's open, and we get some looks around Stormforce 10. So with the crowd levels like they are, it's really easy to social distance along here. But it looks like all of the rides now have extensions out the entrances, which is great to see. Anyway, we're going to get in the queue for the Drayton Manor Express. All themed to Great Western Railway. We should only be waiting a little while for this one, so we'll see you when we're on the ride. So we're off on an adventure. Wonder what we'll see. I don't know how much of the park, how much of the new area you can see from here, but it'd just be nice to get this ride done, and we're going to go to Thomas Land. So this train doesn't have multiple stops, it just has the one stop. I think it used to have two stops, with one being around the other side of Shockwave where the toilets are now. But it's just one stop. Takes you really close to Stormforce 10. Get some good shots of Stormforce 10 here. And hopefully of the new Rapids rides. I know I saw the new boats for the Rapids. They're an Intamin style, similar to the ones found on Infinity Falls, that's the one.
We never went on it, did we?
We didn't go on it. It was meant to be open, but it was delayed. Sadly, opened a week or so after we went to Florida. Yeah, we've done a lot of work on Stormforce 10, painted up, and it's much better for it. Spray of the water. Water looks a bit grim, but it comes straight from the lake, so that's why it's not filtered. I can see some boats ahead. So from here you can see some of the theming. Look at that, that was impressive. Good level of theming on there. And even a boat out on the ride itself. Here are the boats here, like I say, the Intamin style ones with the walls up the side. They look pretty good. Loving the colours of them. They got some orange ones. Hopefully we'll be riding that soon. Great scenic shots around here, and more theming for the river rapids. This was always here, but it wasn't painted up in the past. Loving the colours. So there's an indoor tunnel bit through there. You can just about make out
a little bit
the
of theming
trees.
in there.
Yeah, looks like it's going to be a good old rapids. And it should give some more unique shots around Shockwave, which haven't been seen for some years. Yeah, really reminds me of Popeye's Bill Drat barges with this like colour of theming. And as Louise said, Ripsaw Falls at Islands of Adventure. We've got some more boats over here, including some Storm Force 10 boats, which look like they've seen a bit of work done to them. So plenty to see from the train there. You can see the new vehicles for the Rapids. It looks really good, doesn't it? I think we're definitely going to make our way down here at some point. Maybe not for the opening day, but shortly after. Maybe August is your birthday, so maybe we'll come for that. I don't know. That is National Roller Coaster Day, her birthday. So it brings my two loves together, theme parks and Louise. Anyway, we're going to go into Thomas Land in a moment. But first I just wanted to have a look over in the pirate area. Obviously now Loopings group have taken over here. I wonder how long it'll be before they actually use the show building where this pirate ride used to be. It used to be a brilliant little dark ride.
They need some more dark rides.
Yeah, I never rode this, but I've seen plenty of povs on it, and I would have loved to have gone on it. Like, hopefully.
Wait, why did it close?
I think it was just old and derelict. Also, this park struggled over the past 5 years or so, so they've had to close rides to keep the park afloat. But it's nice to see this recovering. Even on a quiet day like today, it is still quite busy. So let's carry on with our day. Let's get a shot. So here was the entrance to that ride. I don't actually know the name. If you know the name of it, pop it down in the comments below. It'd be nice to know. And let me know if you rode it or not. I know for sure I'd love to see them do something with this, as it's quite a nice facade, and we need a Pirates of the Caribbean style boat ride.
Just the theme of the ride the same, because you don't need to change the whole area then.
No, it's you know, from what I heard, it was just, you know, like a tacky version of Pirates of the Caribbean, but it was good tack. It was like British dark ride tack, which we love in a dark ride, don't we?
Yeah, I love. Yeah, I was going to say dark rides is more my thing.
Like I do like a really expensive, well-themed ones, but when you see ones like the Blackpool Pleasure Beach, Ghost Train, that sort of budget, I love it. Just, you know, really innovative and all that. Anyway, let's head round into Thomas Land. So it appears on quieter days they don't even use the main entrance for visitors. It looks like everyone enters at that new side entrance through the green, which is good to know. I suppose it saves people coming all the way around. But we're going to go into Thomas Land now and do the Gerstlauer roller coasters in here. I think it's the Troublesome Trucks. It probably
Didn't go on that last time.
No, it was so busy when we came here last September. We came here on a weekend. So let's get the Troublesome Trucks done. There's a few attractions that we're doing here, but sadly a lot of them are for little kids. So
we went on that tram one, it was horrendous.
yeah, we went on Toby's tram. I'll show you that one in a minute. So as you can see, the main draw for families in this park, it is like this park's Peppa Pig World or CBeebies World. It really does draw the crowds, and it's really well themed and has some good attractions. Obviously the biggest ride along here being the Gerstlauer roller coaster back here, the Troublesome Trucks, which is going to be our next ride. So this is the ride me and Louise were talking about, Toby's Tram Express. This is the one we went on last time. We were like, oh, it's a really innovative ride system.
It looks so cool.
It does look cool. We'll see it running. They're just about to start out now. It kind of goes up in the air and spins in opposite directions, but it's so nauseating, isn't it?
I love the support, like
It's themed to a little tornado, as you can see here. But yeah, it's definitely one for the kids. As you can see, it spins around, it tilts. It's quite innovative, but not my cup of tea personally. quick ride on the troublesome trucks. What do you think of that one, Lou? It's not bad.
Yeah.
As kiddie coasters go, you can just see the top there. I'd probably say it's a good 30-foot drop. It's very smooth and very fast little coaster. Louise decided to absolutely staple me in that one.
Yeah.
So I've got no
It's got to
airtime.
match where my car is.
It literally has a brilliant little pop of airtime at the end on the last turn, and I couldn't get any of my ejector in because I was stapled. Anyway, we're going to head over the other side of Thomas Land now, and there's a couple of rides over there we're doing, then we'll get the train to the zoo. So plenty to do here, as most of the child lands in theme parks do. Plenty of little rides, a little monorail ride, which I think we're going to try and get on. They've got an SPF Visa like drop tower. So next ride of the day is going to be Winston's Whistle Stop Tour, which is just like a little monorail, and then we decided we're going to...
This is Luke's choice, by the way.
Well, it takes you into the shop and you want to go into the Thomas shop, but after which we're going to walk around to the zoo rather than take the Thomas train because the queue is so long for that. So we're on the track, the like Winston Shores now. Having a good day, Lou?
Yeah, it's glorious.
I know, it's really hot. This one just gives a tour around Thomas Land, where we'll be going into the shop afterwards, which I think you're excited to buy all that merch, Lou, yeah? After which we've just worked out we've still got Stormforce 10 to do, which will be the last ride of the day. The Buffalo Ride, don't worry, it's just falling around behind us. Buffalo Ride and Apocalypse stand-up side. So let's just enjoy this ride.
Are you pleased?
See, we can spot Thomas. Who's that big train up ahead? Oh, it's Cranky. I hope it isn't too cranky today. Off we go around the bend to see Harold on his heavy tours.
So we're off Winston's tram tour now, and it brings you through into an inside building. Oh yeah, it is all themed on the floor. Obviously the indoor player is closed at the moment, which they are allowed to be open now, but Drayton Manor have decided to keep them closed. And it leads into the world's largest Thomas shop. So even Drayton Manor are now on the My Moments bandwagon with the buyable merch. Seemed like a pretty good option for the parks, but the company that makes all this must be making a killing because they seem to be at every single theme park. So now that we're out of Thomas Land, we're going to find something to eat. Do you want to do the Buffalo Ride before or after that? Okay, so the Buffalo Ride is a Zamperla powered coaster, just a little budget one. Not a bad ride to be honest, it goes around the lake area. And then we'll probably head into the zoo, and they've been renovating the zoo over the past few seasons. Right, so we've stopped for lunch and we've just gone for the old faithful. Like, we had sausage rolls here before and they were a bit dry, weren't they?
Yeah, it was so dry.
So we've gone for the trusty Chicago Town pizza slice, £3.30. Then I don't know how much these crisps were, but the whole thing came to £10. The Capri Sun we bought, so £10 for that.
Quite a lot of money.
Quite a lot of money really, but you can't go wrong with a slice of Chicago Town pizza. Does it taste good? So we're going to have this and then we're going to go over to the Buffalo roller coaster. So we've finished our lunch now and we're going to go into the shops before going to the zoo. We've decided to leave the rides for now. It's 1:30 at the moment, so we'll come out of the zoo after this, but first we're going to go into the shop. So it looks like they've got more branded merch here. A little bit pricey, but it's pretty good quality. They've got their branded things like a giant eraser. Get your trolley token here. Your Drayton Manor branded trolley token for £1.50. Various whistles and all that bollocks of it. So not too much in the way of merch at the shop. The main shop is actually closed, so not really impressed with the amount of merch there, but it's improving. We're going to be heading into the zoo now. Like I said, they've done a lot of work. I know the pizza and pasta place has had a refurbishment by the looks of it, and we'll see whether the enclosures have changed. So just off the bat, you can see they've changed quite a bit. Just from what we can see, the buildings have been repainted, and I remember the meerkat enclosure being a bit grotty last time we came. So it's nice to see that they've given it a paint job, given it a new pane of glass at the front, and yeah, got the one meerkat. Oh, there's one. I didn't even see you. It's having a little stretching out or what?
Yoga pose.
So one thing Drayton Manor does extremely well is the zoo. Even under its old ownership, the zoo was really quite amazing. We're in the reptile house at the moment, so there's going to be plenty of reptiles, probably some snakes and spiders. One-way system all the way around here. It's not as defined as it was last season when we came here. They had the proper barriers out. Now it's just the markings on the floor. So it's good to see that they seem to have done a lot of landscaping around the zoo. It's looking much fresher than last year, isn't it?
Yeah, lots more people.
Yeah, lots more. But this walk here was open last year, but I remember last year we came through it and we didn't actually see anything. So do you want to have a look through here? Or do you want to come back? It's just a walk.
Okay, it's not.
Let's have a look. It's just a loop around and see if we can see any tamarins. I can see some from here. We've got red pandas here, they're having a little nap at the back. They seem to have made this into a full one-way system now, so you come literally round this way. You can't even cut through there, there's a fence, there's no entry. On a quiet day like today, it's quite leisurable to have a walk around. We're going to be heading over towards Louise's favourite part of the zoo, where the rabbits are kept. There's two bunnies here, and Louise has to look at them because she loves her bunnies, and you miss your bunnies because you haven't seen them for a whole week.
Look.
Well, look at that, little owl at the back.
Why on the floor?
No, it's just staying at the furthest possible point away. Can't get it to focus on it, it's too many bars in the way. But one good thing they have a nobody's home sign. So if there's nothing in the cage, they actually have like a sign that says nobody's home. So you're not just standing there like, where is it? Where is it? As we come around here, they've got the dinosaur area, which is just like a little dinosaur play park and a Thomas themed play park. We're going this one. Some more owls. My camera doesn't really like these cages because if I zoom in, I just focus on the bars, so see what you can. So if you take the train from Thomas Land, this is where it comes to. However, they're not letting you board from this station now, so you can't go back this way. So if you come out here, you have to walk back through the zoo. It could just be for cleaning procedures, as they are cleaning it. Down in the older part of the park now, obviously you've got some older buildings. There's a little cafe there that's all been rethemed, and a few more Thomas rides. So we have some pretty distressing news. At the moment, they've actually got the gate over here closed off. As you can see, it's all fenced off and closed. That's the way to the bunny rabbits, though. It's the only way to the bunny rabbits.
Who's looking after them?
Well, they've probably got a keeper looking after them, but it's all closed off at the moment.
A pigeon.
The wild pigeon. Yeah, so you can't see the rabbits, though.
It's just not good enough.
1-star TripAdvisor, would not come again. Ruined the day. So this part looks like it's had a lot of work done to it, because these paddocks last time you couldn't really come out and view them. They got a few larger creatures. I think there's some
you went down there last time.
Yeah, there's a few capybaras just migrating through their field. The other fields are a bit barren at the moment. But again, it looks like they've done some work to it all. Just very sad that Louise can't see the bunny rabbits.
I can hear them.
The capybaras are migrating and eating. They make a little cool noise. I've never heard a capybara make a noise before.
Maybe it's warning us.
So they have this like dino trail along here, which actually has some models of various dinosaurs. Very well put together. Looks like it's had a bit of TLC over the closed season. But yeah, it has some scale models of the various dinosaurs, telling you facts of where they lived and all of that. And yeah, great for the little kids, you know, everyone loves dinosaurs. So we're back in the main part of the zoo now, and this area was all cordoned off and being built on last time. I believe where that fence was they were doing something, but it's all complete now. It looks really good. We don't know what animals are in here, if there is anything in here at the moment, but it all looks very fresh and new. So in here we got some ducks.
They're rare ducks. It's so cool.
Ginormous ducks. Just absolutely loving the sun, just having a little bask. Oh, they just jump in that lovely mucky water. So you'd think you're in a zoo until you actually see Apocalypse as you start to approach again. I think that's going to be the first ride when we get back to the park. One thing I really do like about the zoo here is it's very much like Planet Zoo, where you can actually see into the keepers' like places. So here they do the surgeries, and I imagine they can pull the blind down if they really wanted. There's the operating table.
Vetsforpets.com.
Wow. So
my bunnies go to that vets.
that is the one in the Pets at Home. Yeah, we're kind of on the final approach out. I think there's tigers in this enclosure here, that's their indoor bit. But in this sort of temperature, they're going to be out and about, I imagine. Come in, tigers just having a chill.
Move your hand around your face. Sorry.
A bit too hot for the tiger. So that's all the zoo has to offer. There's a lot of work going on in there, wouldn't you agree, Lo?
Yeah.
It's good to see. Some of the animals were away, but you know, we spent about an hour in there, and we're coming back into the theme park area now, where I think we're going to go probably do another ride on Sheriff Showdown, Buffalo, and get the stand-up side of Apocalypse. So I haven't seen this running since we've been on it, and it actually still is hanging out the station. So Lou, we may have got the last ride of the day on this. It's a bit of luck.
Like, what, 10:30?
Yeah, but yeah, it's obviously a recurring issue. Got maintenance there at the moment. We're going to head over to do the Buffalo ride, the little Zamperla powered coaster. Just see it over in the distance here. Probably we'll have a bit of a queue for this one as it's a single train. And here it comes. So all done on the Buffalo coaster there, just waited one cycle for that. It's running quite fast actually.
Yeah, it's fun, that one.
It does struggle on the hills a little bit, but you know, it's a good coaster and a credit. We've obviously been on it, so we've got that credit. We're now heading over towards Apocalypse, where Louise is going to brave the stand-up side for the first time ever. Now, I've done a couple of I've done this one on stand-up before, but like I've done a couple of the Intamin stand-ups. Hurricane Condor in Portaventura is the tallest one I've been on the stand-up, and that is a bit poop yourself.
Well, I'm going to be like that on that though.
No, you're not. You're going to be fine. I'm going to be right with you the whole time. So, looks like it's going to be a couple of cycles, if that. Let's get on. Apocalypse. So, gonna go on the stand-up side. I've done this one before and it is incredible. So we've just come off of Apocalypse, the stand-up floored side. Oh, bless Louise. Did you enjoy it? I think that scared her. I've never heard her scream so loud. They are running 3 towers at the moment. They're running the sit-down, the floored stand-up, and the floorless stand-up. I think I might have to go on the floorless stand-up now. Oh, she's gone all quiet. Would you do it again?
I'm not talking to you.
You're not talking to me. Would you do it again though? Talk to the camera. You know, I think we're going to go on Sheriff Showdown in a moment, but if Louise is going to stay here for a minute, I'm definitely going to give a go the stand-up floorless side of Apocalypse. So I've just come off of my walk-on ride on the stand-up floorless side of Apocalypse. It's brilliant. It lives up to standard. Third ride, third tower. I can't talk Louise into going on it, but honest to God, what did you think of the stand-up with floor?
I think I'm ready to get a divorce from Lou.
We're not even married yet.
A pre-divorce.
Like, she screamed, and it was like I'm going to die scream. I've never heard you scream like that.
It's because I haven't been in a death situation before.
You're not in a death situation. Nah, it's Intamin's finest drop tower.
Yeah, it's very good, but it's not my cup of tea. I find things, you know, there's a fine line between scared and like, I thought I was going to myself. I had to go and just
Drop towers are and either love it or
them
yeah.
or hate them.
Drop tails are a love or hate, and they
I
are my.
normally love them, but that's just a bit too far.
They are my favourite. They are my absolute favourite type of flat ride at a theme park. If you've got a drop tower, I'm going to ride it. Falcon's Fury in where's it, Busch Gardens, that is seated, but you face vertical. So I don't know if you'd give that a go, but that one is about 3 times the height of that.
Design a handbag or something.
That's how I got her on Shambhala. For those of you who don't know, when I first met Louise, she hated roller coasters, didn't you?
Like it was
A phobia.
It was bad.
You wouldn't even go on the likes of the Vampire.
But then, like, my family never took me to theme parks.
No.
You know, not a boohoo story, but like that's just not what they were interested in.
No, that's fair enough. So over the past few years, it's been like I'll get you on. We went to Port Ventura. I was like, you go on Shambhala? No, okay, I'll buy you. You were looking at a Desigual handbag they were selling in the park. I was like, I'll buy you that handbag if you go on it. She went on it. She loved it.
And I got the handbag.
I've got the DVD somewhere. Anyway, let's not delay it anymore. We're going to go on our next ride of the day, Sheriff Showdown. Won't bore you with another on-ride pod of this. It's time to show down. Right, so we've just come off of our second ride on Sheriff Showdown. Sadly, our car wasn't showing the points, but the screen at the end was.
And sadly, the ride operator looked like he wanted to kill himself.
Yeah, that's very, like, it was just like, do that, you get up. It's like someone couldn't work out their lap bar in front of us, and they couldn't understand that they needed to pull the lap bar down, and he just kept going, you need to do your lap bar,
And then
do your lap bar.
the ride wasn't working properly, and they tried to tell him, but he didn't care. So then we went on, and it still wasn't working, so it probably won't be working properly.
Yeah, so, you know, you're at a theme park at the end of the day. I know it's a job, but
If you don't like it, just quit your job and go somewhere else.
try being a bit more jolly is what I'm trying to say, I guess. Sadly, Accelerator is still down. I think we were the last train on this earlier. Like, that's some serious luck. It's obviously something
That was
quite
like
serious.
last one.
Yeah.
Right at the beginning of the day.
Anyway, we're heading over to the far end of the park. I think we're in the hunt for ice cream now. Really could fancy a Kelly's ice cream. So let's head over into Thomas Land, see if we can find some ice cream. And then we're coming into nearly the last hour and a half of operations. I would like to go on Storm Force 10 at the end of the day, and I would also like to get back on Shockwave, as it's just such a unique coaster for this country. Crowds are starting to drop off a bit now, but I'm having a much better day than I did last season.
Oh my god, like a million times.
I think it's mainly because it's much more quieter today.
There's still an atmosphere, isn't
Yeah, there's still an atmosphere, and I think their COVID measures are much better this season as they were last season. I suppose that's because they were being taken over by another company, so it's kind of like, you know, getting them in control of it. But let's head on with the day and see what happens. So, with the sun shining like this, first opportunity to get an ice cream. Not too badly priced, 2 ice creams, it was like £6 or something like that. I got a double with salted caramel and cookies and cream, and you just got salted caramel and a jazz fancy cone. I think after this, might get a re-ride on Shockwave, and then look at going on Storm Force 10. I'm pumped to get on that. Just want to get soaked. It's clouded over a bit, but it's really hot still. Ice cream now gone, we're going to go on the Shockwave for a second ride of the day. Hopefully we won't be as far to the back this time. It's luck of the draw, it has been running quite quietly in the past few hours. Yeah, and then we're going to end our day with a ride on Storm Force 10, the Super Soaker. But in the meantime, let's enjoy the Intamin stand-up coaster with the world's only 0G roll on the stand-up coaster, the Shockwave. Here we go. Just come off of our second ride on Shockwave, very free on that. It wasn't as rough as earlier, I don't think. It is still quite a rugged ride, but definitely better. Still the front row is the best on that, so if you can get it, do it. Anyway, it's 4 o'clock, so half an hour left until the park close. We're going to get our last ride of the day done, or one of our last scheduled rides of the day done. We're going to head out on Storm Force 10 It's had a full like paint job and a bit of a refurb since last season, so let's get in the queue for it. Louise has got her raincoat on, I'm just going to brave it in a t-shirt. We're in the Drayton Manor Hotel tonight.
He's wearing grey as well.
We're in the Drayton Manor Hotel tonight, so it's not far to go for a dry pair of clothes. So let's get on to Stormforce 10. If there's one thing I love about Stormforce 10 is the queue is very well themed, and I feel it's had a bit of a lick of paint since last season. But yeah, it's got some great nautical memorabilia. It's themed around the lifeguard station of a town, and they're going out in a Stormforce 10 storm to go do lifeguardy stuff. Captain Birdseye in his little cage there, just making up his nets to catch his fish fingers. So many people may think that this is actually a Intamin log flume. It's not. Valhalla is Intamin. This is made by a company called Bear International, I think they're called. And basically them, a couple of engineers who worked at Intamin shed off and made their own branch. That's why it looks so similar to the Intamin log flumes out there. Oh, gonna regret it. Get soaked, but it's a great way to get soaked. Boats have been fully refurbished. So we've just come off of Stormforce 10 and I'm coated head to toe, absolutely soaked. Louise, I don't know how well you can see because dark trousers, but
There you go.
yeah, it's in my pants, I'm just going to say that. A great ride though. The second drop is definitely the most soaking on that. You literally just get, it just comes over and down your back, doesn't it? We got the second row on that, we had the whole boat to ourselves. And to be honest, it was a great ride, really enjoyed it. The last drop wasn't too bad, did get a bit of lake water in my mouth, but it's alright. Anyway, we're going to head towards the exit of the park. We might do Apocalypse sit down side if we want, you know, I feel that we probably will. And then we're back to the hotel to end the vlog. Plus we've come into Stormforce 10's shop. They've actually got some Drayton Manor merch in here.
That's what we've been saying they've needed.
Yeah, they have. Like, I do like it. It's a pretty cool shirt, and they also do a hoodie. However, I've got enough branded merch at the moment, so I think I'll give it a miss. Prices aren't too bad, £15 for a t-shirt, $36.99 for a hoodie. Nice and high quality. With it being past now, the park is really starting to filter out. I think I am going to go on Apocalypse last ride of the day. Are you going to join me? She's waddling. If you join me, it'll be sit down. If I go on my own, it'll be stand up flawless. Or you could
I'll probably join you.
Join me on the stand up
Sit
flawless? Oh, okay, fair enough.
Just to get my bum wet on the chair.
Fair enough. So anyway, we'll see you over by Apocalypse, the UK's best drop town. Accelerator has closed early. I haven't seen it running since we went on it, so pure fluke, but we managed to make it on this, and we haven't been on this since our first visit, so it's a bit of luck. So last ride of the day, sit down side of Apocalypse. Been on this 4 times now. I can see a bit of walk on. So we'll see you when we get off of the ride. So we've just come off of our last couple of rides of the day. We got an Apocalypse sit down side, and then we just went on Sheriff Showdown. Just taking a shot.
Working.
Yeah, it was working very well. Just showing a shot of the haunting there. It looks like they might be prepping it for the half term. Maybe they're actually planning to open it, but they've got some fences there, the gate was open, and you could hear someone sweeping. So potentially
Maybe it was a ghost.
Maybe it is haunted.
Yeah.
It's a very good madhouse, that one. I would have loved to have gotten it today. Anyway, that is the end of the day. It's now 4:31. The park is now closed. We're back in the Drayton Manor Hotel tonight, so I'll be doing a room tour of our executive room. We got a bit of an upgrade, didn't we, Lou, from a standard room?
Because we were 2 adults and no kids. So.
Very happy with that. Thank you, Drayton Manor, for the upgrade. Won't say no to that. Tomorrow we're going to be at Fort Park Resort, which I think is going to be busy. It's a Friday, first Friday of the
my
half
God,
term.
The queues today.
Yeah, we had a look.
Mental.
It is mental at Thorpe Park.
It's not half term yet. I'm like, how?
But anyway, I've had a brilliant day today at Drayton Manor. How's your day been, Lou?
Excellent.
Excellent. Favourite ride?
Favourite ride was probably Stormforce 10, just because Luke just had his t-shirt on.
I'm still soaked. For me, it's either Apocalypse or Stormforce 10. But yeah, if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button, guys. Don't forget to leave a like, and we will see you in the next video coming next week. See you later.
Bye.
Bye.